Episode 3, we back. Listen, I don't got too much to say in the intro today. This is going to be one of my greatest videos ever as far as any rebuild I've ever done. I'm telling y'all, this is the one. Knowing what I know, I just want to get y'all prepared to know this is the one. This is the one. I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to leave a comment. And if you're new and you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe. They've been telling me in the comments that we going crazy in the algorithm. They see me all the time. Let's keep this going. This is going to be the one. We need this one to go skyrocket. I need this one to have as many likes as it's ever had. I need this one to have as many comments as ever. This is the one. Sit back, relax, grab y'all popcorn. Get ready. So obviously, first thing first, last episode was tough. Jared Allen turned into Giannis Antetokounmpo on us and went really wild. That's number one. And we saw how much we needed Clint Capella after throwing him on the trade block. Just a reminder, we definitely still got Bogdanovich on the trade block. We're going to see what we can do with him. If we can find a trade, we'll do that. If we can't, then oh well, we'll move on into the offseason and figure some things out for the rest of the trade block options that we have. One thing that I do want to go over sometime today is I want to kind of plan. They're not letting me for whatever reason. Maybe we've done one already, but I want to do a prospect scouting trip. I think it's time for us to start looking into some prospects because we do have so many first round picks. Because we're 10th right now in the Eastern Conference and we're not guaranteed a playoff spot, we should start looking at talent that maybe potentially could be available come draft time. You know what I mean? Lottery picks or whatnot. Ignore the names. I know some of the names don't match up to what it is in real life. 2K has this like weird thing where if you type in certain names, they pretend that you're saying something that has profanity. I never understand that. When it comes to the real draft time, everything will be lined up the correct way. I also had a comment. I should have screenshotted and put it in here. I forgot. Oh, well. He was saying that with the event generator, what I should start doing is instead of taking y'all through the process of me typing in the numbers and figuring out what event we're getting, I should introduce it as if it's breaking news. So maybe going forward, we'll do that. I don't have that lined up right now, but I am going to not pop up or pull up the event generator. I know exactly what the event generator is. That's exactly why I was telling y'all this is going to be the greatest episode I've ever done. So the first thing we need to do before we get all of the action is simulate to the trade deadline. We're going to simulate to the trade deadline. I have CPU trades on, but I do have approval. 2K is such a sometimes bogus ass game that I went in and I took control of all 30 teams and I created their trade. I did their trade block. I did their untouchables. I did their target. I went through every team. Every team didn't have a full trading block or a target list or untouched, but a lot of teams did. And as soon as I changed it back to just controlling the Hawks, all of that disappeared. So I thought I was going to create something that will have us having a very busy trade deadline, but they erased everything that I had did, which took me a good 10 to 15 minutes, which kind of pissed me off. So nothing new with 2K there. We're just going to simulate to the trade deadline, and we'll make things work. Okay, so we went on a 1-2. We're 4-5. We're 4-1 in our last 5. That's really good to see. We're 23 and 28 now. I want to go in the standings and see. First and foremost, I want to make sure that I had my shit on. Okay. So for whatever reason, nobody wanted to make any trades that was worthwhile. But don't worry. Right now, though, when we look at the standings, we are 11th. We done fell out of the damn playoffs. We won 4 of our last 5, and somehow we're out of the playoff. We're worse than we were. So a lot of these other teams are starting to heat up. The Raptors won 3 in a row. The Bulls won 3 in a row. We're right there, though. We're right there. I also have no problem with folding the cards and maybe potentially taking this thing somewhere else. The trade deadline, I'm a little disappointed, man. The trade deadline, I don't want to simulate through the day, but I want to get to the trade deadline. Okay, here we go. We at the trade deadline. I'm taking control of all 30 teams. We did not have a busy 2 weeks leading up to this. There was not a lot of movement. The trades were garbage. Okay, so now we're going to make some things happen in our league. I did the random event generator for the trade deadline phase of the season, and it gave me event number 9. And event number 9 was go into team intel, which is in scouting, and look around the league and find a team whose status says selling or rebuilding and trade one of their top 3 players, they have to be a 25 or older, and the trade has to at least get them back a first round pick. So I seen that, right? And I was like, what team should I do? And I wrote some things down for y'all. And the 3 teams that I walked away with, and I'll go back to it just to show y'all so it ain't no loss or confusion going on. So when you go to the first team that I have up here, it is the Utah Jazz. As you can see, their team status says rebuilding, right? They have a guy who is 26 years old and is an 82 overall. If you look at the left side of the screen, that's Larry Marketing. Then the other team that we had was the Brooklyn Nets, who is selling. If you look to the left, they have Mikal Bridges, who is an 83 overall and is 27 years old. And then last but not least, because it's my rebuild and I can do whatever the hell I want to do, the Blazers are selling. And they have Anthony Simons, who's an 80. He's not 25 or older, but he's damn close. He's 24. So then what I did is I said, okay, those are going to be my 3 teams, and those are going to be my 3 players, and I'm going to try to put some things together to really make sure that this is an epic trade deadline and we have some shit going on that the people are going to love at home. So the first trade that I cooked up, it involved 2 teams, the Portland Trail Blazers, and it's seeing them going to do this. They're giving up Anthony Simons. I took a screenshot of this, so I got to make sure it's perfect. For filler, Ish Wainwright. And a lot of people I know are going to be happy to see this. We love when teams are buying. We love teams that are trying to shake it up and go for it to accelerate their rebuild. It's the Orlando Magic. And the Orlando Magic are sending the Portland Trail Blazers their 2024 first round pick. It's going to be unprotected because they're a playoff team. They're also going to send a 2025 first round pick of their own. They're also going to send a 2025 top 5 protected pick from Denver because Denver is going to be in contention. And they're also going to send an expiring deal of Markelle Fultz. And then they're also going to send a young rookie with potential in Anthony Black. What this deal does is it allows the Magic to keep all of the components that are contributing to them being who they are, which is a well-balanced team that has a lot of youthful talent with Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner. Jalen Suggs has carved out a niche to being a super high-level defender. You still have Cole Anthony as your backup 6-man. You have Mo. You have Jonathan Isaac. You still got Gary Harris. You have Badadze. You have Okiki. You still have Jet Howard. There's a lot here. Maybe I should add Jet Howard. I would if it wouldn't. Yeah, I would have added Jet Howard. But I think this fits. I think this is perfect. And then if you're Portland, you now have 7 first-round picks, if I'm not mistaken. I think I wrote it down. Yeah, Portland is going to have 7 first-round picks in the next 3 years after this trade. They're going to have 3 2024 first-round picks, as you'll see right here. The reason their pick doesn't pop up is because technically it goes to the Bulls. I don't know. I forget what deal that they did with the Bulls or what happened with that pick. But it's a top 5. It's like a top 5 protected or something like that. I don't know. It's some type of protection, lottery protected or something. So they'll have their own pick basically. Then they're also going to have the Warriors top 3 protected pick. The Warriors won't have a top 3 pick, and then they'll get this 2024 first round pick from the Magic. So that's 3 first round picks. They're going to have 3 2025 first round picks because they get 2 here plus their own, and then they'll have a first round pick in 2026. Let's go clear up their pick that the Bulls have. Yes, a lottery protected. I'm sorry, a lottery protected pick. The Bulls own it, it says, but it's really the Blazers pick. We know the Blazers are going to be a lottery pick, so that pick is going to go back to them. I've seen a lot of people in the comments like, hey, this pick should be over there. That's how 2K does it. The owner of the pick is going to own the pick in their pick program or pick screen, whatever, and it'll tell you the protections and whatnot. So this is really in all reality a Blazers pick. So the Blazers are going to be locked in on picks. They now are going to have Shaedon Sharpe, Scoot Henderson, and Anthony Black, and they're going to have DeAndre Hunter. And they're going to have to make things work and just go into that rebuild fully. They still have Jeremy Grant that could potentially get traded today during our trade deadline special. And then the Magic now are going to have a starting lineup that is going to be Anthony Simons, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Mo Goga, and then you have Wendell off the bench. You have Cole Anthony off the bench, Gary Harris, a veteran, off the bench, Joe Ingles, Caleb Houston, Jonathan Isaac, and Chuma Okeke off the bench. They going all in. I'm putting it through. I'm not asking how anybody feel about it. Anthony Simons, welcome to Orlando. We shaking up the league today. That's only the first one. The event generator told us to do one. I make my own rules. We doing another one. We not done. The next one we doing. Shaking up the league again. We shook up the league on the Eastern Conference. The Magic just really got shit going. They taking serious now in the East. A young, hungry team. The Brooklyn Nets. A team that was selling. I'm going to show you how to sell. Mikal Bridges. Who is he leaving with? Let me check my screenshot so I can make sure I do this trade right. He's leaving with Royce O'Neal, a veteran that playoff teams would love to have. And on the flip side, they are going to receive, drum roll, stop it. Nah, I'm sorry. Oh, damn, that was Kevin Durant. I was reversing the trade. They're going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And listen to this. The Thunder are going to send the Rockets pick, which is unprotected. This probably is going to be a lottery pick. It won't be a top 5 pick or nothing like that. You got to spin well to get Mikal Bridges, right? They'll get the Houston Rockets pick. They are also going to get a 2024 Utah top 10 protected pick. Utah probably will fall outside of the top 10, hopefully for the sake of the Brooklyn Nets. Then they're going to get a 2025 Miami Heat lottery protected pick. And then they're also going to get a 2025 top 5 protected from the Philadelphia 76ers. And then they're also going to get Josh Giddey. And then they're also, to make the money match, is going to get my guy, Davis Bertans, who is making $17 million on the last year of that deal, which is going to be a team option that the Nets will decline and allow his $17 million to go off the books. And now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to really go for it as contenders out west. And they're going to put out a lineup that is going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort, Mikal Bridges, J-Dub, and Chet. And off their bench, they're going to have Royce O'Neal. They're going to have, my mind is going blank, Isaiah Joe. We doing the trade. And now the Brooklyn Nets, they're going to get 4 first-round picks, 2 for 2024 and 2 for 2025. And that helps them out a lot because a lot of these picks that they have are now down the line. Suns, Wizards, 76ers, Rockets, Suns. These are 2027. They just don't have anything for the current year, which is 2024. They get 2 of those, and then they get 2 more 2025 picks. So now they can go out and make some things happen. You can rebuild. You can go get some things. You can do whatever you want to do. This puts them back into being able to really go and do a rebuild. And now, honestly speaking, if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, shit, he's now available. He's available. He's available. And I'm rocking and I'm rolling. I'm rocking and I'm rolling. Shit, he may be available, depending on how I'm feeling. Nicholas Claxton may be available for the right price if I'm the Nets. And now you have Josh Giddey and Nicholas Claxton, Cam Thomas, and you just figuring things out. So boom, 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 boom. And when you have to, boom. They A1, man. And you know me, I gotta change that. He don't want 14. He's either wearing 25 or 1. Can he get his 25 back? Yep, there you go. Mikal Bridges, he was very pissed off with the Nets when they was getting their ass booed. Or not booed, but when the Knicks were getting more cheers than the Nets at home. And then Anthony Simons, you still number 1. Everything straight, yes, sir. Yeah, buddy. The league finna get shaken up, baby. The league finna get shaken up. And Josh Giddey, what they got? Josh Giddey is number 1. He was what, number 3? I don't think I can make you number 3 over here. You might just have to rock 1. I forget what he used to wear in overseas. Well, he was like number 6 or something like that. I like you at number 1 though. You cool. You won. We ain't doing all that for your ass anyway. Now listen, I'm also gonna show y'all. This is not about to happen. I don't want y'all to get y'all hopes up, but this is why I said this could have been one of the most epic. This still is the most epic in my opinion. I don't think I've ever had a trade deadline or an event generator that presented something like that made me do moves. But the other deal that I had lined up that was gonna be, because I wanted to pick the 3 teams and do a trade for all 3 teams that I saw fitted. So Towns, Lowry. Then you get a 3rd team involved, the Grizzlies. And then Towns would have went to the Grizzlies, him and Jaren Jackson. Lowry would have went to Minnesota. But this is where it got tricky. He was also going to go to Minnesota. And then the Grizzlies were going to give up this pick. No. That's the pick that's going to be high. They was going to give up this pick. 2025 unprotected, 2026 lottery protected, and no, not lottery. Yeah, lottery protected. And then they were going to give this up unprotected. And I should have actually put in this one. Like, I don't know now. Three first round picks, and they were going to go to the Jazz. The Jazz also needed a player, so they were going to get Luke Kennard. And it was going to be something along the lines of this. But then I'm like, man, this kind of unfair. The Timberwolves are really going crazy. They're getting Marcus Smart, more defense. They're getting Lauri Markkanen, who fits amazingly. And they're getting Karl-Anthony Towns. The Jazz are just getting a bunch of picks, and then they're getting Luke Kennard. And I remember Danny Ainge being like, Lauri Markkanen, we're willing to give him up for an untouchable. So they want somebody back as well. And then that's why I'm like, do I give the Jazz McDaniels? And then what, we can take away like Jordan Clarkson? I don't know. So it's like, yeah, what do I do? And I'm like, I don't know if they want to give up McDaniels, man. Is Lauri Markkanen worth? Are the Timberwolves are too good right now of a team to be giving up 2 starters in the middle of the season. So I'm like, can't do that. Then I'm like, you know what? Let me give him Naz Reid. And then it's like, is this work? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he an untouchable that Danny Ainge is going to be like, yes, we got Naz Reid. I mean, you're really looking at these picks. That's what you're really looking at. You're really looking at these picks. Luke Kennard is an expiring deal. You will probably look to flip Naz because you have Walker Kessler, you have John, whatever. But again, I'm just looking at the Timberwolves walk away with this trade flawless. So now they go Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jalen McDaniels, Lauri Markkanen, Rudy Gobert, Marcus Smart is off the bench, Jordan Clarkson is off the bench. Like, it makes them too OP. So I'm like, I'm not even going to do that. This feels like I'm forcing it, and that's what I was not trying to do. I wasn't trying to force any of these trades. The Mikal one didn't seem forced. Ant didn't seem forced. This one seemed forced. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get that one done. I wanted to hopefully see somebody try to make some trades on their own. Terry Rozier, I'm going to just try to do the real-life Miami Heat one. The only problem with this one is that Kyle Lowry goes there and here. For whatever reason, man, you can't trade this pick. This is the pick that they traded in real life. And 2K is saying pick cannot be traded because it's involved in a previous. It's not even saying a stipend rule. It's just saying it cannot be traded because it's involved. I don't know. So I'll give them this one. And now they're saying that the money don't match. Which I don't understand. Why did it match in real life? They're saying what? The Hornets would acquire $576,000 more than allowed. Really? So who's the cheapest person on this damn team? Should I just throw Ish Smith in here? You know what I mean? But the other part of this is like, do I do this because it's real life, or do I just find my own trade that I think is better? That I just think is better. You know what I'm saying? Like Terry Rozier, I could probably cook. We'll just do it because it would happen in real life. Forget it. Who else? Kuzma going to the Mavericks. or I'm going to try to find a suitor for Kuzma. Can't trade that. Can't trade that. You trade 2027 and 2028. They want 2 first-round picks. And to make some money match, you are now talking about Rashawn Holmes, who player option, he'll just accept it. You're also talking about Maxi Kleber. And they get him, and they get a filler. Anthony Gill, welcome. Boom, we're going to do like that. Yeah, buddy. There we go, y'all. We making it happen. We not done. The busiest trade deadline in NBA history continues even after the Anthony Simons and Mikal Bridges trade. We have more work to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Oklahoma City Thunder, because I got some trades that I cooked up that is going to even be more invested into what we've seen. And we're going to have the Thunder giving away my guy from overseas. There we go. And they're also giving up Royce O'Neal before he can ever play a game, because NBA 2K doesn't allow you to trade guys that were traded. I had the term previously traded off because apparently you can. We just saw Bruce Brown get traded, and he's with the Raptors, and he still is talking as if he can get traded again. So 2K, you have to update the game. You can trade injured players. You can trade guys who were traded. Like, I don't know where these rules come from. But in real life, unless these are rules, and in real life they just like make them very easily manipulated, I have no understanding on why 2K does this. All right, and now they're also going to give up a 2024 second round pick via Houston. Where is that at? Via Houston. The Thunder are also going to give up a 2025 unprotected pick, second round, from Philadelphia and Atlanta, our pick. And in return, to go even more forward, drum roll please, Chicago Bulls, Nikola Vucevic. This is going to be the deal. So what now allows the Oklahoma City Thunder to have is a true big. And this is somewhere that I've seen rumored, somewhere like Bleacher Report drew up some trades. And I'm like, I'm not mad at that trade. And now that I have them going all in with the Mikal Bridges trade, I really like this trade. You give the Bulls a bunch of second round picks, because you have so many that you're not going to be able to use. You give them an expiring deal in Royce O'Neal, who would have been cool, but you kind of have him already with Kenrich Williams. And you give up your backup guard that, didn't really play as much as you anticipated. And now that you move Giddey, Cason Wallace is going to take that spot anyway. And you actually get some real size in the front court, because that is the only thing that wasn't necessarily there. So now going forward, they'd have Shea, Cason Wallace, Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, Mikal Bridges, Kenrich Williams, J-Dub, Aaron Wiggins if necessary. And then you have Chet and Vucevic plus J-Dub, number 2, or J-Dub squared. I like the trade. I know some people going to probably have mixed feelings. It is what it is. They're going in for it. We got another trade done. And the Bulls are starting what y'all are about to see them clean house. So that's number 1 trade for the Bulls. That's going to be in the end of it for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are just going to go for the championship right out of the gate. They're going to play everything, all chips on the table. And now next up we have a team that should have been done this. Bojan Bogdanovic is getting out of Detroit, and he's also going to take along with him 2 guys that just arrived, but that definitely don't want to play for Detroit. They would much rather at this point of their career play for competitive basketball teams. And the team that they're going to go to is the Sacramento Kings, who are going to give up Kevin Huerter. The Kings are also going to give up Davion Mitchell. And they're also going to give up Chris Duarte, plus 2 second-round picks, 2025 from Portland and their own. So, boom. If you're the Pistons, you do this because you get a guy in Kevin Huerter who's locked up for the next 3 years. He comes in and compliments a guy like Cade Cunningham, in my opinion. And then you allow the Kings to get two guys who you have no interest in. You give up Bojan Bogdanovic. You get 2 seconds. Don't know if this is enough to warrant a first round pick from the Kings. I'm not sure if I'm giving up a first round pick, but you get 2 seconds. It's the Pistons. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I don't get what else the Pistons will really want. You get another young guard who can defend. You're the Pistons. You suck. So you really just want those picks that you're getting, and you already have. Who owned the Pistons' first round pick? I'm confused. Who owned the Pistons' first round pick is somewhere. It's probably protected, and they'll retain it. But yeah, where is that Pistons pick? Y'all need to make sure y'all have that. So you got some first round picks and whatnot. You just get a couple more second round picks. Bojan goes to the Kings, and you get Kevin Huerter. Or we could always allow the Pistons. There's not shit else that the Pistons would want, in my opinion. You got what you needed. So yeah, we're gonna do this deal. I'm not gonna think too long on it. We just want to shake up the league. There you go. You're not getting the first round pick for Bogdanovic anymore. You missed that time and that opportunity to do that. So now we got those deals out of the way. We got another one. This is going to be an extremely big one. This is probably the most busiest trade I've ever done. And it is going to involve two teams who've made moves already. I'm telling y'all, this is the title of this video lives up to the hype. This is the most busiest, most crazy, most chaotic trade deadline of all time. You want action, you're getting it here. This is the series you want to see. Anyway, Zach LaVine. Boom. Who else is leaving with Zach LaVine, you ask? Alex Caruso and Torrey Craig. Once you trade Zach LaVine, Vucevic, and things like that, there's no need to keep Alex Caruso. His value is to be on playoff teams. The second team that's going to be involved is, again, another team who made a monstrous trade already with the Mikal Bridges deal, the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets this is genius GMing work for the Brooklyn Nets. Sean Marks is doing something incredible right here, hypothetically, with my mind. Ben Simmons goes to the Bulls. So the theory in this and the idea behind this is the Bulls don't want to be attached to Zach LaVine for this X amount of years at this price. So what you do is you look at Zach LaVine and his contract. It is the next 4 years, and the last year is going to be damn near $50 million, right? Ben Simmons, similar deal, 2 years less. 2 years less. So you just absorb Ben, you finish out this year, and next year he's on the last year of his deal, and you just let him walk. You know what I mean? You just let him walk. Zach is going to come into Brooklyn and give them what they want, which is some type of staple, something. They already got their draft capital for the Mikal Bridges thing, so now this is just something. They don't have their own pick. This allows them to just keep doing what they want to do. I know Cam Thomas is somewhere rolling his eyes because he's like, damn, I thought Mikal being traded. I'm finally getting the keys. Slow down. Slow down. Zach is going his way to town. Slow down. But anyway, you got Ben Simmons coming there. Who else do we have? We have Lonnie Walker, who is an expiring deal. And you also have a 2025 first-round pick via the Miami Heat, I believe. Yes, which is lottery protected. And then the rest of this is second-round picks from Miami and Brooklyn in 2025. So you have Miami's, and then 2026. Boom. Also, the Brooklyn Nets are going to be throwing in Dorian Finney-Smith. Don't worry about him yet. Don't worry about him and Caruso yet. They're not going to the Bulls or the Nets. There's a third team that's going to be involved. And this third team is going to be a team that's just going to get involved because they need a change up. And it's going to be the New Orleans Pelicans. And they're going to give up Valanciunas and his expiring deal to the Bulls. Dorian Finney-Smith is going to go to the Pels. Caruso is going to the Pels. And they're also going to give the Bulls, the Pelicans signed John Wall. They're also going to give the Bulls Dyson Daniels. A nice young piece for the Bulls. And then there's going to be a first-round pick from Milwaukee swap, which is boom. And then you also get the one from New Orleans swap, which is right here. These both go to the Bulls. So In between all of this, to break everything down, the Brooklyn Nets are going to walk away with Zach LaVine and Torrey Craig. The Pelicans get involved, and they're getting Alex Caruso and Dorian Finney-Smith to add some defense to a team that has Zion, Brandon Ingram. And the only thing about this trade that I'm not so is they don't have no center no more. That's the only thing. But it's like, hey, if y'all want to go get a center, y'all can go make another move. Or do we do this? Do we throw Drummond in there to the Pelicans? If we do that, the Pelicans would acquire, okay, so then let's throw somebody else to the Bulls. Who do the Bulls? Let's throw Najee Marshall to the Bulls. Now the Bulls are getting too many damn people. Okay, can we give the Nets one more player? Let's give the Nets somebody that who cares? Give the Nets Terry Taylor. Boom. Even bigger trade. So, how this is going to work out. It's a lot of shit going on. So, just to give a breakdown, the Nets are now going to look like Josh Giddey, Zach LaVine. You're going to go Cam Johnson. You're going to go Nick Claxton. Your 4 is probably going to be Torrey Craig or something. And then you're going to have all of these picks still. So you got Zach LaVine. You gave up 1 first-round pick because his contract is monstrous. You don't have to give that. You don't have to give away 5 first-round picks. You know, you're doing them a favor. The Bulls are doing this because it's been rumored that the Bulls might have to attach draft capital just to get off Zach LaVine's contract. So, you know, the fact that they can even get anything of draft capital is like a relief to them. But you still, after this trade, you get an all-star talent back, but you still have two first-round picks. One is coming from the Rockets for this year. You have 3 first-round picks for 2025. You have nothing for 2026. Then you have 3 first-round picks for 2027, and you have 2 first-round picks for 2028. So over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 first-round picks. To me, it's just, why wouldn't you do this? Why would you not do this to still have somebody that you feel good enough to have as an all-star level talent? Boom, you got Zach. The Bulls are doing this because you get rid of Zach. You get Ben Simmons. His money is gonna clear the books easier. You're handing the keys to Kobe White. Lonnie Walker is an expiring deal. You get a first-round pick from the Nets. Then you get 2 more from the Pelicans so that they can go in and get Alex Caruso and Dorian Finney-Smith and Drummond. And on top of that, you get Dyson Daniels. So the Pelicans go and they get bolstered up on the defensive side of the basketball. It's just chaos, and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sense of it for everybody because I know people going. It's a lot going on. It's just chaos. We love it. And the Bulls, you did it. Chaos. We not done though. We not done. This is crazy. We not done. We got about 2 more. This team has been needing help for some time. The Golden State Warriors. We're doing it, folks. We're doing it. Damn it. Jonathan Kuminga, finally, you're free. You don't have to be sitting on the bench in crunch time after having 20-something points in 21 minutes and you losing your trust in Steve Kerr. You don't have to do that. Chris Paul, it was nice. Not nice enough. They're all going to go to the San Antonio Spurs. You got Keldon Johnson, Zach Collins, Cedi Osman. And then the Spurs are also going to give you which pick? They're not going to give you a crazy pick, but they're going to give you a 2025 top 10 protected by the Bulls. The Bulls are going to end up retaining that pick because they're not going to be that good. And then you're also going to give them one of these 2025 second round picks your own. And so now Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Chris Paul is going to the Spurs. Chris Paul is going to be there as that floor general that they need for Vic, be a mentor in a locker room, athleticism with Jonathan Kuminga in the front court. And now the Warriors, they don't get back a star. I hate to say it and break the news to Warrior fans or whatever, and even in this fictional game or whatever, the Warriors don't have a package that's going to go land them something that just changes everything. Their best bet is to just add to what they have. You get Keldon Johnson, you got Zach Collins, Cedi Osman can knock it down, You're getting another first round pick that you can probably move in the summer or something. But there's no trade that's going to have Paul George walk through that door. The Warriors need something that's going to, like, they need a star, and they don't have anything to get a star. This is the best they can do, kind of rework what they have. And yeah, now you're going to have Steph, Clay. You still have GP2. You still have AirPods. Now you'll have Wiggins, Keldon Johnson, Cedi Osman, and you'll have Draymond and Saric and Looney, and now Zach Collins as well. So it's just giving them some more depth. Less is more. More is less. I don't know. But boom, we get that done. And then the last trade that we're going to do to end the busiest trade deadline of all time is the Lakers. You know the Lakers. You can't have the busiest trade deadline of all time and you don't have the Lakers involved. Again, Lakers kind of like the Warriors. They just don't have a bunch that could just get them exactly what they need. They have a lot of holes on this team. But they're going to give up D'Angelo Russell. They're also going to give up Jalen Hood-Schifino. They are also going to give up Rui Hachimura and a second-round pick. Now, I want this to be understood. This also should include a first-round pick, but the Lakers' first-round picks in real life are so far ahead that it's not on the game yet. All right, the pick that you see the Lakers using in real life is a 2029. I can't get to the 2029 yet. So we're going to let that pick linger, and we'll give it to who we need to give it to when it comes available after this year's draft is when they'll reset it and give them another pick. So for right now, 2025 Clippers pick is going to go there. The second team of this 3-team trade is going to be the Toronto Raptors. And what the Toronto Raptors are going to do is they're going to give away Bruce Brown, and then they're going to give away a vet who just is cheap, Garrett Temple, just to make things match. Then you're going to get the Wizards, who are going to go in Tyus Jones. And he's going to go to the Lakers. He's going to go to the Lakers. He's going to go to the Lakers. He's going to the Wizards. And then that second-round pick is going to go to the Wizards. That first-round pick that should hypothetically be in here will probably go to the Raptors whenever we can get that, because that's the rumored thing that Masai Ujiri is looking for Bruce Brown. Young talent and a pick. There's your young talent. Your pick, we'll see whenever it becomes available. In the Lakers, they get Bruce Brown. They get Tyus Jones. Again, like the Warriors, they need a star. You know what I mean? Like in a perfect world, the Lakers could have went out and got DeJounte. They could have went out and got OG Anunoby, Pascal. They don't have enough. They don't have any draft capital to get any of those guys that we've seen get traded around. They don't have anything that the Bulls would have wanted for Zach LaVine, in my opinion. And now D'Angelo Russell still has to struggle to find a home, and he's now going to be playing with the Wizards, who don't have shit here. So that's the end of it, y'all. That's the end of it. All of those trades are made. The league is shaking up. There's so many things that I'm going to have to do off camera as far as setting up rotations, jersey numbers, and things like that. We are going to go back to only selecting our team, the Hawks. And I'm going to look around really, really quick just to see, after all of those trades, is there someplace Bogdanovich could live? Obviously, the Bulls are now in a rebuild mode. When the hell did DeMar DeRozan sign an extension? Did the video game do that? I might have to go in and change his contract. DeMar DeRozan's on 1-year deal, man. I think the video game during the sim allowed him to sign an extension. We're going to change that for them. The Cavaliers weren't able to make a move. Unfortunately, I was trying my hardest to get them a move. I even thought about it. Garland, McHale. Like, I tried a lot of different things for a lot of different teams. The Celtics, Clippers stayed pat. The Grizzlies, you know, their year's kind of in the can with these two guys out. They got Rozier, like we talked about. They don't have nothing. They got Lowry. And I tried to make a lot of moves for Larry Markkinen. Nothing was there. Same thing with Jordan Clarkson. Nothing was there for him. So they kind of stand pat. They made a move. Do they want Bogdanovich? But see, I don't want none of this shit. But I don't want Harrison Barnes' 3-year deal. If I'm moving Bogdanovich, I want a 1-year deal expiring in return. Or I want a 2-year deal with somebody who I really, really like. The Lakers don't have nothing I like. What's the money even look like? Yeah, they don't have anything that I like. they still don't look that good, to be honest with you. I'm good on when Gary Harris. Do they go in for Bogdanovich? Anthony Simons, Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Gary Harris. I'm gonna let them keep Gary Harris. They need to keep defensive-minded players. They have their Bogdanovich and Tim Hardaway Jr. They're done. They good. Buddy Hield. I don't think that they would give up Buddy Hield to get Bogdanovich on a long-term deal. Do they want Bogdanovich after the moves they made? They got so much defense, bro. This team is stacked. This team may make a run in the playoffs, y'all. The Pelicans may make a run. The Pelicans can make a run. I think we might have to stay where we at. There may be nothing out here. I mean, I wouldn't mind Gary Trent. I saw somebody say that in the comments. I just don't see why the Raptors commit after just getting Rui to another 3-year deal. Yeah. I think we got to swallow the bullet, bite the bullet, swallow the bullet. I think we have to bite the bullet and just rock out. 1-year deals. Yeah, they don't exist out here. Not for Bogdanovich. Wiggins make too much money. I don't even want Wiggins. I'm just trying shit. Is there any way that they could? Yeah. Yeah, we got to keep him. That's it. There we have it. That is officially a wrap for the trade deadline. We are going to keep Bogdanovich. He survived the trade deadline chaos that occurred. There's a lot of things that happened, so I got to take some time out and organize the league with all of these different trades. Officially the most chaotic, the most busiest, the most amazing trade deadline in NBA history just went down, and my Hawks did not play a part of it, unfortunately. We're going to keep all of our cards close to our chest, and we're going to let the season play out and get busy in the offseason. Next episode, we'll have another random event generator post-trade deadline, and we'll begin to start to simulate throughout the season to see if we close the season on Trae Young and allow him to rest or heal from a fake imaginary injury and just tank, or do we make a late push for play-in playoff contention? As always, I appreciate y'all. I want to see y'all reactions in the comments. Definitely leave a like if you're new. Hit that subscribe button for me. And as always, I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Peace.